guys, it is time for another speed reviews. If you're new to my channel, I feel like this is one of the most important videos that I do. I have a drawer where I put every single product that I've tested for the first time in, and I continue using it, and it stays in that drawer until I am ready after multiple tests, multiple trials, multiple times with other products and formulas. I'm ready to give you my final thoughts. So today I have 25 items that I'm going to be giving you my final thoughts on, so let's go ahead and get into it. First, starting off with this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Invisible UV Flawless Primer. It has SPF 50 sunscreen. I really like this. I do think it's a great layer before makeup as well because it does have hydration, but I can also tell that the sunscreen is very effective. Also, it doesn't feel too greasy, and I don't feel like too many products peel over top. You know, I can get over the fact that sometimes when I put SPFs down, they're just going to peel and pill. It's not the end of the world. It's protecting my face. But this one I don't really experience that with. Maybe like a tiny bit, but honestly not really. So yeah, this is a great SPF. I would say it leans more towards SPF rather than primer, but it definitely has some hydrating capabilities in there, and it doesn't feel too heavy as a sunscreen, making it very appropriate prior to makeup. So I have been enjoying this a lot. It's been really nice. Okay, next up I have the newest foundation drop from Bare Minerals. This is their Radiant Natural Liquid Foundation. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of this at all. It's watery thin, and I feel like it swims in all of the cracks and fine lines of the face that I didn't even know were there, honestly. It emphasizes things that aren't quite yet visible to the eye yet. It also balls up on my face. I don't know if you can see, but it got really chunky over here, and there's literally balls of product in my face as if it's like undissolved powder pigment that was in here is what's sitting on my face. Not a fan at all of this, and it reacts very badly with a lot of different primers as well. It's very, very picky. So did not work out for me. Do not recommend. Honestly, it's making my makeup look really bad today. Next up for concealer, I do have one that I'm ready to give my final thoughts on. This one is from Lancome. It's their serum concealer. Honestly, I really like this. The shades I have are a little dark for me. This is thinner. It definitely has a lighter medium coverage, but it feels very lightweight on the face. It doesn't wear too bad either. You know, it's not going down as a super memorable concealer for me, but on lighter makeup days, I do think it's a nice grab. Would I encourage you to run out and buy this because you need to have it? Not really. It's not amazing out there. I feel like a drugstore one that's very similar, Essence has one. It's a little bit more coverage than this Lancome here, but it is sheer and more glowy, great to wear with skin tints. That's a more affordable option of this. But this is a very nice formula. It just doesn't stand out to me, but there aren't a lot of lighter coverage concealers out there on the market, so this one does kind of fill that gap there. This one has been in my drawer for a long time because I've been going back and forth. On some occasions I liked it, but more often than not I've decided I am not a fan of the Pacifica Fluffy Blushies. First of all, the name, it made me want to love these so much because I want to be like, guys, I'm using my Pacifica Fluffy Blushy. But these just look really drying on the face. They don't give off much pigment. They fade really quickly. Overall, you know, I just feel like my face looks really dry with these. They don't add any hydrated factor that most cream blushes do add, and they can mess around with the base underneath as well. They're just not a creamy, nice formula on this skin, so unfortunately, I don't like these, and I find the performance to be very different based on the colors as well, but even though they're different, I still don't like any of the ways that they perform on the face. So not a fan of these either. This next item, I am so late on to the fact where I believe they've reformulated this. So please let me know if the new formulation of the M Cosmetics serum blushes are different than what I'm reviewing today. But probably over a year ago, M Cosmetics sent me an amazing PR package with multiple colors of their serum blushes here. So I finally used them after staring at them for so long, and they are so beautiful. The most beautiful color. It gives a really hydrated, glowy, dewy look to the face. The only thing I do not like about these is they don't seem to dry down. Your face continues to feel a little sticky throughout the day. It's fine after you set with a blush, a powder blush over top. I feel like that kind of gets rid of that sticky feeling, the fact that it never dried down. But if you just leave it, it literally never dries down. And that is the type of cream slash liquid blush formula that I do prefer. Drying down, I mean. So yeah, these aren't like my go-to, but I think for what they are really, really nice. I love the way they blend out. They have the perfect level of pigmentation. I just personally would prefer a little bit more dry down. Next up, I have the Holiday Patrick Ta for Face Major Holiday Face Palette, and I'm so shocked that this didn't even make it into my Sephora recommendations because honestly, I don't love it. Like, it's not a bad product. I'm not mad that I picked it up, but I'm thinking of your hard-earned money. This is not the item that I would recommend to you. I just feel like his individual blushes, they're better quality to me. The cream blushes give me a lot of nothing. They just don't have a lot of pigment, and the powder blushes are overly pigmented. It's very strange, and to be honest, I'm just not partial to these colors on my cheeks anyways. They're very, very bright. Was that a word? They're very, very vibrant, which just isn't fitting the current season. I also have these glitters here, which honestly I think are very, very pretty. Don't get me wrong, I love a good pressed glitter like these on the eyes. They're not super chunky or anything. You do get a little bit of fallout with them, but it is quite messy having these with the blushes. Overall, something hasn't set well with this palette for me. I just don't feel like I can really recommend it to you guys. It's not bad, but it certainly is not worth, what is it, like $70? It's not his best work. Let me put it that way. I like it, but it's a lot of money for what it is. Next up, I mean, I've talked about this plenty. This one did make the cut for my Sephora recommendations. This is the NARS All That Glitters Light Reflecting Cheek Palette. LOVE this. So this one has almost a baked gelée, but a little bit more powdery, leaning more towards powder than baked gelée, but it is a baked formula shimmer finish. Now, if you don't like a sheen on the cheeks, you're not going to enjoy this formula because that can emphasize texture. Personally though, I love this, and even if I just want a little bit of a sheen, I will layer a matte blush down first, and then I'll go for this just to give that cheek finish of the glow. And then there also is a couple highlighters here. This is my favorite blush formula from NARS. Of all the cheek palettes that I've been collecting over the years, I'm so happy that they decided to come out with another palette with this formula, and all of the colors are very different from one another on the cheeks as well, so you're getting that good value also. Cannot recommend this enough. This is one of NARS's best blush palettes. There, I said it. So this next formula is actually fairly new to me, but I know I love it. I have multiple other colors I'm going to pull out and share with you guys as I test them, but I used this Kokie Soft Gradient Blush in the shade Heartthrob. I like it because you can get two different colors here, like a lighter pink and then a brighter pink, and it's definitely different on the cheek. They don't all look the same. So if I put this on the center of my cheek, it's definitely lighter. And then if I put this darker one, it's definitely much more vibrant on the cheeks. Beautiful blend, beautiful matte finish, gorgeous color. I love everything about this. The two colors of the gradient in here are kind of giving value, even though this is already a good value. What a gem from the drugstore. I have more colors that I need to test, but I'm a huge fan of this if you're looking for a more affordable powder blush option. The next one that I have is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is from their holiday collection. It's their Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide Duo here. I think that this is a good little value for what it is. It is quite tiny. You know, the packaging isn't the most luxe, but it also isn't super cheap quality. You do get a mirror. It stands up by itself. You have a pressed powder blush and then a beautiful creamy highlight. There's two shades of this. I have mine in the shade Fair Medium. It's an Italian formula, you can tell. The blush I think would have been better if it wasn't so matte, but nonetheless, gorgeous product, and I really do think it's a good value. If you like a pink cheek, I think you will enjoy this. I think this will make a great gift for everybody, and I think for getting two different products from Charlotte Tilbury, the price point of this, it's kind of good, right? And then the last complexion slash face product that I have, these have also been sitting in my drawers for a while because I've been like, do I like these? I don't know. Because the first time I used them, I thought they were kind of sheer. These are the Laura Mercier liquid highlighters. I've decided I like these. The Charlotte Tilbury ones are definitely more metallic. These ones kind of soak into the skin, but I like that it is more natural. I don't love the colors. I wish they had like a brighter color. I feel like these are almost too opaque. Like, I wore a gold shade and it almost looks a little too yellow on me, but I do like how they blend into the skin like butter. Even if you do have powder underneath, they're very workable. Just in whatever scenario, whatever stage of makeup application you're in, you can just pat these on and they blend in beautifully. So overall, I do really like these. I would say I prefer my Charlotte Tilbury, but these do give a nice natural finish that's a little bit more subtle, and it's nicer to have that sometimes. I have an eyebrow product next. Didn't even demo it because it's so terrible for me. This is the NYX Zero to Brow Gel. It says it's very long wear, and I will say it succeeded in that. Like, this could last you days on end. It's just that the actual application is so messy, so hard to control. It literally is like trying to put a lip gloss on your eyebrows, but still trying to make it look good and keeping your shape. Impossible. You can't do that. So in no way, shape, or form can I get this to look good. It's always incredibly messy looking, but it will last forever. But I don't want my brows to look like that for such a long time. You can't get it off the brows. Just horrible to use. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, I have some eye crayons. These actually made it into my most recent monthly favorites. So that should tell you that I like these. They're an option from the drugstore as well. These are the Maybelline Tattoo Eye Sticks. I have a lot of different colors here. They do have a matte formula and they do have a shimmer formula. So I'll be the first to admit these aren't the creamiest application. You know, I will find that with higher end eyeshadow sticks, they just glide across the lid with ease. These don't. You kind of gotta go back and forth. But these don't budge, baby. They do not budge. They will not crease. If you have oily eyelids, this is a phenomenal option as long as you don't mind compromising a little bit with having to drag it a little bit, which it's not ideal, but I cannot get over the wear of these. I do recommend the shade I Am Courageous number 30. This one has really fine glitter particles that makes it look a lot more luxe on the eyelids. So, I mean, they're not the most amazing eye crayons in the world, but I will say they are definitely the most long wearing. So we gotta give her credit for that. And then I also have this one from Charlotte Tilbury. I've had this for a while in my speed drawers. This is the Color Chameleon Champagne Diamonds. Now this is the opposite of the Maybelline in that it is very, very creamy. I like to use this for inner corner highlight, underneath the brow bone highlight, and it is very pretty and creamy all over the eyelid. It's just a little bit creamier in that it will crease like a little bit, but nothing crazy. But I more so have been enjoying this for accents around the eye, like a little bit right here, a little bit more glow to add that brightness. It does have that creamy application where it's very easy to manipulate where you placed it. So this is really, really nice and a stunning color as well. And the finish of it is more metallic than what you're going to get with the Maybelline. Okay, now my makeup. It's not looking great today. When I do these speed reviews, I slap a lot of different products in my face and I don't really get to choose what I put and what's going to look good together. So my makeup's not great today. My eyeshadow demo is going to be horrific, but I wanted to demo for you these Half Magic single eyeshadows that nobody talks about, but they're very good quality. I'll give them that. They come in this like recycled packaging. You're supposed to put it in a palette, but I don't like the recycled packaging. But this is the shade Daydreamies. It's a matte blue, very pigmented, very easy to use. These have been in my drawers for a while, especially this blue, because I'm not reaching for this shade very much, but I can definitely agree that it is great quality. I also have Lil Deranged, which is definitely a little bit more up my alley. I would say it's this pretty green. I tried to get rid of the blue on my eye because it wasn't working. But this green I did put all over my eye and it is very, very pretty. Highly recommend these shadows if you're looking for quality. I mean, there's there's a lot of good quality eyeshadows singles out there, so I'm not gonna say like these are the standout on the market by any means, but they did develop a very nice formula. If they were to ever come out with an eyeshadow palette, I think it would be really well done. Next, I have this product from Hourglass. I've used this before, but it's a new color that I think is perfect for fall, so I wanted to throw this in. This is the Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in the shade Rapture, and if you're not familiar with this formula, it's a very slick formula that's packed with glimmer and reflex. Not really chunky glitter or anything, but it's so foolproof to apply. You're not going to get any fallout, and it's just going to shimmer on the eyelid. So this shade Rapture is a really pretty cranberry reddish shade, which is going to be really nice for the fall. So pop a little bit of brown on your crease and then put this all over, and you have a perfect easy fall eye. Now normally I'm not reaching for this kind of color to put all over my eyelid. It's warm, it's a little bit more deep. Normally I like a lighter shade for something that's just more eye awakening, but this is a great fall shade that I wanted to highlight for you guys. And yeah, I mean, it's been sitting in my speed reviews drawer for a while. I've used it here and there, nothing crazy, but I'm so familiar with the formula that I felt comfortable talking about it anyways. Okay, a couple eyeliners. It's amazing how I can feel a certain way about a product, and then I put it right beside another product like I did when I this one and when I with this one, and then my perspectives kind of change on it when you get to compare two different products. So on this eye, I have the Esum, the pen liner. Very nice application. The tip right here is felt tip. A little too stiff for what I normally prefer, so I do find that my eyeliner sometimes is a little bit thicker than anticipated, but I like this because I feel like it does go over shimmer pretty well. But what I discovered is it's not the blackest black, it's not the most defined line that it's going to give you. It still is really nice and it wears really well. But then I compared it to the Valentino Beauty Twin Liner. I mean, this is a unique liner because on one side it does have a brush tip that's very fine, liquid liner kind of situation. The other side also has a little marker here, so just with the versatility, I prefer the Valentino. I also feel like it's a little bit more black and a little bit sharper, but even though I'm saying the Valentino Beauty is better, Valentino Beauty, have you seen their prices? Insane. Anyways, the Esum has been really nice. I've been wearing it a lot and enjoying it, and in a lot of ways I've actually been reaching for the Esum more. I don't know if you could see, but the Valentino is very sharp, but sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I want something softer, and the Esum still looks really good even though it is softer. So you can decide on that, how you feel about those products. The last product for eyes that I have is from Lancome. This is the Lash Idole Mascara, and it's fine. It's been the only mascara in my speed reviews drawer, so honestly it's gotten a lot of use. I like the spoolie. It has a slight curve, and I don't know, the bristles on it are kind of long, so it's been really nice for separation and lift. But to be fair, it doesn't really build up how my favorite mascaras build up. So while I do like the applicator, the formula is just average. For my lashes, though, do keep in mind I do have very short, sparse, thin, straight eyelashes. So I'm not the best mascara model, but I have used a lot of other mascaras that they worked better for me. Okay, lips. I am so sorry for this demo section. I was just slapping those colors on, but I'm gonna talk about the formulas. So first I have these from Fenty. These are their Velvet Liquid Lipsticks. So they're more of like a clay-like formula, putty-like formula, as opposed to like a liquidy dry liquid lipstick. Mine smelled weird. I don't know, they almost smell like they're going bad, even though I just got these. I just don't like the way they smell. The formula, it's fine. It's like that clay-like liquid lipstick. It can look a little dry if you over-apply them. I don't think they're amazing. I wouldn't literally take you to Sephora and be like, you need to get these. These aren't the lip product I'm gonna send you towards. I think they're fine, but that's all I can say about them. They're fine. The colors they have are very nice. So to be fair, I've been reaching for these more so for the colors. The red shade in here is very nice. Fire-proof. I really like it. It doesn't have like a transfer-proof wear. So if I go like that, the lipstick would come off. But it's flexible enough. They're fine. But would I go out to buy more colors? No. So that should tell you that. Same kind of goes with the Bare Minerals Lasting Matte Liquid Lipsticks. These are more liquidy and they don't dry. They do dry down, but it takes them a while, so they are definitely a more comfortable liquid lipstick than what came out in 2018. And again, they're fine. This red, very bright, daring. I've been using the shade Influential. I did demo it, it looked terrible. That's because I didn't put it on with a lip liner, but it actually is quite pretty. Not too drying of a liquid lipstick formula, so I think it is a good quality liquid lipstick if you're into that. And it also doesn't like get crackly and you can reapply, so for that reason, it is a pretty good liquid lipstick formula. But would I go out and buy more colors? No, but they're fine. They're nice. Okay, I have 3 different formulas from the Odin's Eye collection with Angelica, so I quickly wanted to go over them. So first we have the Shine formula, which is more like a gloss. These have like a lighter to medium pigment level. The shades are what makes these stand out. They are so unique. They're not sticky. They're a nice gloss formula and they give you decent coverage as well. I said light to medium. It is more of a medium level of pigment. Let me say that. But the shades, really unique. The shade Shine, the most unique color for fall. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something that's still wearable but is different than what you already have in your collection. A nice lip gloss formula. Ignore the mess I just made. Oh gosh. The next formula is the matte formula, which is similar to the Fenty in that it's that like clay-like consistency, but a little bit more lightweight. Dare I say, prefer the Kaleidos formulation. And again, what Angelica did was come up with fall colors that were extremely unique. This is almost like a brownish mustard shade. The name is Swamp Fog if you're interested. You're not going to get a color like this anywhere else. And then Shadow Creature. What a good fall dark brownish red lip color. So lighter and more comfortable than the Fenty. I'm not really reaching for products like this by choice. They aren't my go-to right now, but these are a nice formula and very comfortable and flexible on the lips while giving you that full matte opacity. And then the last formula, now this is unique. This is the moneymaker here in my opinion. This is the Glow formula. So what's weird about this is you're gonna put it on and it's just gonna be like a not shiny enough lip gloss. How I like to use this is on top of a matte lip because it literally transforms that matte lip into a glowy, shiny lip. It's very impressive. It makes the lips look so hydrated. It's a very unique formula and I love that about this. When it's on the lips alone, it has a little bit of shine. It's what I'm wearing right now. It doesn't give too much color off. It gives my lips a hydrated look, but I love pairing this over a more matte formula to completely transform it into something different. I've talked about this plenty. I don't know how this hasn't been in a speed reviews yet, but here it is. This is the Give Bubble Pop Electric Lip Gloss in the shade Sweet Tooth. This is terrible. It drags across my lip. Now don't mind the color. It actually is a pretty color with a brown lip liner, but it's so thick and sticky. It's horrible. It literally pulls my lips off, I feel like, as I'm applying it. But I've had a lot of you tell me that something is off about this because you have some Give lip glosses that are super smooth and amazing. So I don't know what's up with this, but all I know, my experience with Give lip glosses are this, and it's thick and sticky and not great. So that's what I have to say about that, but it is long wearing. I'll give them that. And then the last formula that I have to talk about are the Charlotte's Magic Lip Oil. Average formula at best. It's nice, it's comfortable, it's glowy, pretty sheer on the color front here, but still enough. Have been hesitant to reach for these because I don't like the packaging. It's a ball on top and you have to really squeeze pretty hard to get the color out, and it's just a messy application overall. This stays kind of gungy looking. I'm not a fan of the packaging here more than anything else. So I haven't been wanting to reach for these, but they are quite comfortable on the lips. They are hydrating. They do their job as a lip oil. At this point in the makeup market, there are so many different lip oils, hydrating lips, lip glosses out on the market that brands are doing a phenomenal job with, that there really is no need to pick those up, especially, there's hair flying around, especially if there is weird packaging that comes along with it. Anyways, there we have it. Those are 25 new makeup products that I've been testing and my speed reviews for them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you've tried any of these products, don't hesitate to let me know how they worked out for you down below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.